before I start my presentation, I would like to let you know 2 points. The first so my presentation is not related to external venture. So I would like to make a presentation in relation to internal venture. So I would like to treat you not an investor, not an external investor into my projects, that I will treat you as a management guys for my company. That's 1 point. And second point, it is, so I'm sorry, it's very for discussion purpose only, and please keep it strictly confidential. Of course, that is not an official statement, an official announcement by my company. However, it's a little related to my business, so please keep it strictly confidential. Okay.
I didn't say anything.
No problem. I'm impressed.
You just wasted 1 minute of your time. Just kidding.
Okay. We clear with the legal stuff now?
Yeah.
Can we start?
Can I start?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'd like to make a presentation about our new services in relation to global reach for infrastructure investments. What is infrastructure investments? So I'm sure that you're familiar with this sector's investments, but I would like to explain briefly. So infrastructure is part of autonomous assets. So autonomous assets are private equity, the estate, hedge funds, or infrastructure. But the unique characteristic is these 3 points. So first, it is investment infrastructure will generate long-term and stable cash flow. So, unlike investing in stock and bonds, even in the financial crisis in 2009, the investor return is positive, over 10%. And second characteristic is less elasticity to macroeconomic fluctuation. And the third is it will match super long-term debt liability incurred by pension funds or insurance companies. So the investment term is over 20 or 30 years. So those institutional investors are very willing to make more investments in this sector. An example is railway, coal horse, offshore wind farm, gas pipeline, distribution networks, airports, terminals, coal roads, etc. So those assets are very essential to sustain our sustainable life or the way of living. So what is the problem? So Japanese institutional investors, who are our very essential customers, can't frequently obtain better investment conditions and benefit from greater return, mainly because of the lack of skills and direct investment expense. So they just make an investment into the infrastructure fund. However, now the increasing competition has culminated in the decreased IRR, so the investment return will go down. Why? So it's because of the increase of the competition, so the invest capital will be higher, and investment return should decrease. And the dry powder problem. So what's the dry powder problem? It's very simple. So investment. So we have in order to get a return, we have to make an investment. However, the increase of the competition will prevent from the generation of the investment return. That's the dry powder problem. So the opportunity is Japanese investors are trying to make more investments in the infrastructure sector, but they can benefit. They can receive the benefits from those investments. So the solution is we as a professional investor of infrastructure assets will provide very great services and unique services. And the value to customer is, as I said before, that they can enjoy the improved investment returns in total, given payment of the fee to us. And amongst all of you, in the sense of we will cut out in the feasibility, is that DBJ will jointly invest in the fund which which customers will decide to take percentage. So we use the same mode. And what is our service? And I would like to explain 2 essential services. First, it is will provide advisory services to the customers who are willing to make an investment. So we have already invested in this fund, so that we are very familiar with it, and we will provide investment advisory service to those clients. And as a result of that, they can benefit from the lower fee because their investment capital is deemed as a part of the obligation. So that's the example. So if the commitment amount is lesser, so the fee layer is higher. So that if we can get the benefit from the total benefit from the treatment or aggregation vehicle, then we can benefit from the lower interest rate. And based on the preliminary calculation, they can benefit from the improved total return by 0.1%. And my second solution is division affiliate XI co-investment license on its behalf. So it's a family investment. However, the fund manager can provide us with a co-investment license. Co-investment license means that the LP investors can receive a right to make a direct investment in the infrastructure project. So there is no dilution, there is no cost. And as a result of that, around 2.0% is the average benefits of those benefits. So I'm sure that these investment return level is appealing to the customers. And this is a brief of our investment track records, so which document. So GBIF and we have a very strong relationship, and we launched a co-investment program totaling in $2.8 billion US. And what is the target customer segmentation? So that we firstly focus on the institutional investors, which are capitalized in public pension funds, private pension funds, insurance company, and banks. But I like to say that we should focus on the large size of investors, the priority customers. That's the definition. It has with total AUM, asset under management of over 3.0 trillion Japanese yen. That is our target, and this is a customer outside. So this is a pension fund, insurance company, and their situation of them is very different, and so subject to their situation, we have to select which service is better. And so the competitors table. So the competitors are business asset management, or any other traditional asset management companies in Japan, and foreign asset management company. I'm sure that we are the best service provider because the fee level is low to medium, and the other is medium to high. Fund due diligence service, all of them are available excluding foreign asset management company because they are not contractually allowed to provide those advisory services. And next is the fund due diligence advisory plus discount fee applies. So as I said before, we would like to provide services in relation to fund investments. So that they have not made investment in fund infrastructure funds. So we are only the provider of these services. And the strength. So this is a competitive positioning. So that we are the top right, which can provide more inclusive services and less expensive services. And so, but unfortunately, so after we launch those services, and other competitors will provide services similar to those have been offered by DBJ Group. So next, we should have to go to the next stage, like the launch the aggregation investment vehicle, or they establish a DBJ managed infrastructure plan, so like a capital recycling system. So we put our infrastructure asset those funds, and those funds are provided sold to